First of all, my name is Sophia and I'll be your moderator today. I would like to say thank you again very, very much. Really appreciate all of your time today. I know all of you might be busy. Some are moms, some are students that's doing online classes and all this. So thank you again so much. So this is our first ever virtual event. We decided to do a virtual event because, well, yesterday the case, as you all know, it's 5,000. It's very bad. So we need to stay at home, and I hope that we can still have fun while doing this virtual tea party thing. I hope that all of you have received your Grand Hyatt tea box. So I hope that we can enjoy each other's company for this hour. I really truly appreciate it. Okay, first of all, we won't be here today without the founder herself. Just a little bit of introduction. SpringHealth is a supplement brand. It was formed in 2014. What's so great about this supplement brand is it's vegan. So I know some of you are vegan here, or trying to be, or vegetarian. So this supplement is good for you. It is made in, Amy will explain to you more. So we would like to invite our founder, Miss Amy Chong, to introduce us. What is SpringHealth and what is it all about? So Amy.
Hi everyone, thanks for attending. And now allow me to introduce to you about SpringHealth. So I'm Amy, the founder of SpringHealth. And I have also been a practicing community pharmacist for the past 24 years. Over my years of practice, I often encountered customers looking for supplements to improve their health. And they would ask me questions like, is this the right product for me? Does it actually work? Very often, I was not confident on the effectiveness on some of the products due to lack of information. And I felt that's my duty, I want to make sure that my customers are not spending their money on buying just hope, but on products that truly works to improve their health. And that is why I've decided to found SpringHealth. I spent 10 years looking for top quality ingredients and working with some of the world's leading nutrition ingredient suppliers and manufacturers. At SpringHealth, we make sure all our products are safe to consume, backed by science, and most importantly, able to make a positive difference to the health of the consumers. And now, may I share with you why we chose stress as the topic of our launch. So we all know that chronic stress is a key factor leading to anxiety and depression, and this COVID-19 pandemic has definitely amplified it. My mom has been battling with depression for 33 years. So it started with a loss of interest in her habits and her hobbies that she normally loved, like gardening. Then she developed a lot of stomach discomforts, also insomnia, which affected her quality life the most. And eventually, she was sad all the time. At that time, the word depression was not well known. So this mental battle is not easy at all. We searched from doctors to doctors, trying to find an answer to her sufferings. For example, when she has stomach discomfort, we will look for a stomach specialist. And when she complained of palpitation, we will seek advice from a heart specialist. But unfortunately, none of the medication prescribed work for her. And very often, she will be given advice like, not to think too much, you've been worrying too much, and as if she has to be blamed for her own condition. So it was really not easy at that time. Not until 10 years later, she actually met a psychiatrist who finally diagnosed her of depression. And there goes the turning point of her happiness. She felt she can regain happiness, and she's now healthy and regain her quality of life as well. So that is why I know how hard it could be for someone to have developed anxiety or depression, but not aware of it. Driven by the experience of my moms and listening to the community needs, we have launched Fight Stress with SpringHealth campaign. And today, through your influence, we hope to reach out to more people on mental health awareness, as well as preventing mental illnesses. This is our first health awareness campaign, and it certainly will not be our last. At SpringHealth, it's all about helping you to achieve good health through empowering you with the knowledge and therefore the freedom to make the right choice for your own health. And this is SpringHealth, where your health blossoms. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Amy, for that introduction. As you all heard, she created this brand because it's close to home. It's because her mom was diagnosed with depression. But it's the brand is not actually for to cure depression or anxiety or anything like that. Just to let you guys know, it's inspired by that. Anxiety is another topic that is very broad, and a lot of people, I think, suffer here and there throughout their lives. So we have prepared a sneak preview of a mental health awareness video that I think all of us could relate, especially now during the MCO. Whether you're a student, a mom, working adult, or even if you just stay at home, MCO really does take effect on our heart, and sometimes it makes us go crazy. And when we go out, we felt, it's unsafe now, and to bring our children out there is also sometimes we doubt to bring them out. So the team created the three series of videos because we want to spread awareness about mental health. The first video is regarding stress, and it's already posted on our social media, on our Instagram and Facebook, SpringHealth Official. The second video, it's about anxiety. So this is the video that we're going to show to you now. So yeah, here you go, a mental health awareness video from SpringHealth to you.
Life is always challenging. As much as we wish it to be simple, it is harder than we thought.
Sarah, have you taken a shower? Sarah, how many times have I told you? As soon as we come in from the market, we must take shower immediately.
We gotta be strong so that we can protect our families, our loved ones, as well as ourselves.
Mommy, delivery!
Huh? Sarah, hold on, don't go. Mommy's coming.
When life hits us hard,
Sarah, have you gotten ready for your class?
we'll feel nervous and sometimes helpless.
Mommy, why do you take so many showers?
COVID-19 virus is very dangerous. Have you washed your hands?
Mommy, I just shower.
We may even be mentally and emotionally exhausted.
Yeah, okay, but the Malaysian COVID cases recently are just increasing lately, and just a new clusters happen around our area. Wait, I'm too worried. And you don't think that Singapore is very safe, okay? Do you take your shower every time you're coming from outside?
Mommy, I want to talk to Daddy. Daddy, I miss you.
Almost forgot the class is about to start. I can't miss it.
But what if we can change the way we perceive the world is actually working for us, not against us?
It's okay.
Let it out, pick yourself up, and move on.
So let it out and move on. So I know that sometimes we put our negativity inside and we don't let it out. So I think we should all let it out and move on, and make sure that we move on from our negativities. I know anxiety can take a toll on us. Personally, I've suffered from anxiety myself. So I know how it feels like, especially during this MCO, being a mom and all that. So yeah, I think that the one thing that we could help each other is probably talk about it and share a few tips and tricks about, how to manage our stress. So this is what we're going to do on this Saturday afternoon. Let's help each other. How do we manage stress? I bet you everyone here have different stress challenges that they have encountered and how do they manage it is probably different from everyone. So I would like to invite Chui Ling. She's a mom, a TV producer, and also a radio producer. She's also a motivation coach as well. We want to know, in her point of view, how does she juggle between all her roles, especially during this pandemic? Hi, Chui Ling.
Hi, Sophia. Thank you. First of all, thanks for having me. You're right. I'm always being asked how I handle my business as well as family at the same time. How do I deal with stress? Well, usually my answer is when you enjoy what you do, you won't feel the stress, right? Instead, being able to juggle, I feel really satisfied. And as what we've seen just now in the video, yeah, true. My kids are actually the key reasons, to keep me going. Therefore, today I'm not going to talk about this. I'll be sharing with you what my real stress is lately. This is a story that has never been told in public. Okay, take a wild guess. My real stress. What is my real stress? Actually, my real stress is from COVID-19, the virus itself. Don't get me wrong, I'm not positive, and I am not and have never been a person who is over suspicious or paranoid. Not even like the lady in the video. But I'm sure you have come across friends who really are like just a little bit of sore throat. Yeah, must be COVID now. Okay, have to go for test now. Test result came out negative. Ooh. But he still insisted, no, I think the result must be wrong. Okay, I need to go to test again. Right? I'm sure you have friends like this around you. I'm not, okay. But I have a very, very careful husband. And even before we got to know what COVID-19 was, my house was already full of hand sanitizers. Sometimes I tease my husband, hey, are you OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder? It's very, very clean. Okay. And after COVID-19 happened, of course, he became super, super careful. Too careful that he didn't want anybody at home to go out except me, because I got to work. I got full excuse and reasons, right? Until my maid cannot take it anymore. She ran away because she wanted to go out. Until today, I don't know where she is. Sometimes, back then, I felt very, very annoying because it created a lot of inconveniences, I thought. Since last March, so far so good, things have been very okay. I still felt that COVID-19 wasn't close to me, especially I was forced to be super careful. Last time, the CMCO, from 14th October onwards until today, my team and I started working from home. We stopped attending unnecessary functions, events. We moved all work online, and I set up home studio. I have a few corners for different programs. So I thought I was all safe. One day before this time, MCO 2.0, on the 13th of January, I told my team, hey, let's rush out some products and send them to our clients so that they can enjoy, they can do some tasting and give us some feedback, and business can still go on during this MCO 2.0. I was again quite careful to ask all the suppliers to drop off the goods, not at home, not at my place, instead outside at the guardhouse. We did sorting in our company van and sent the products to our clients right away. I still remember one guy dropped off something. We had social distance. And I was on the phone somewhere because I was dealing with, the other suppliers. So luckily, I was walking back and forth, up and down. I didn't really talk to that guy. But my manager and my driver both did. Not very long, about 4 or 5 minutes. Again, they also had social distance with this guy. 2 days later, the guy texted me saying that he wasn't feeling well. I was like, what happened? He said, no, just sore throat and body ache. I was like, I think you better go to see a doctor because I saw you 2 days ago. That sounds really scary. He said, no, just like simple cold or sinus. Too bad. It wasn't that simple. His doctor asked him to go for a COVID test. And since then, my heart was beating so fast. I was so restless during that couple of hours when he was waiting for his result. I felt like I was waiting for a death sentence. I almost wanted to faint, but I didn't inform my manager because no point to make everybody paranoid without any confirmation, right? A couple of hours later, bad news. Dung dung, WhatsApp. He was tested positive. That moment, I almost, really almost fainted. Okay, though I didn't have close contact with him, it was so close. And there were so many things, keep coming to my mind. Oh, should I go for a test? What should I do? Do I need to move to an empty house and quarantine myself for 14 days? Who is going to take care of my kids? Oh, I'm staying with my mother-in-law. She is 78 years old. Oh, anything happens to her. How? Oh, my OCD husband. He would probably throw me out of the house. I really was in fear. So right away, I couldn't hide, right? I went to confess to my husband. Oh, luckily he didn't get angry at me. Instead, he was really supportive. We also know the chances are really low for me to be contracted, but we still want to play safe. I decided to wear a mask at home and stop having meals at the same table with everybody. Most of the time, I stayed in my room trying to minimize the contact with everyone, but I was still in fear. A few nights, I saw that guy in my dream. I was trying to run away from him. Whole night in the dream, I was running. I ended up even more tiring every morning, and so I didn't sleep at all. I still worked online a lot because, I have a lot of speaking engagement. I still host programs. I chair meetings, and very naturally, sometimes I will have my, dry throat or a little sore throat. Suddenly, I'm like, oh my God, COVID-19. It must be COVID-19. Some days I felt body ache. Oh no, COVID-19, it must be COVID-19. Well, actually, I had my Pilates classes the day before. So I think the soreness, the ache is from the class. And some days I felt the body is really hot. Oh, fever. Oh no, let's test the temperature. Oh, COVID-19. Well, actually, the weather is hot. It's in Malaysia, right? See, I became those paranoid people that I described earlier on. Counting day by day. Wow, the first time in my life, time just passed so slow. And because of this, I didn't send my kids back to school, where the rest of the classmates all went back on campus because they're in kindy. My poor sons have to rely on the live streaming to catch up with learning. I felt so guilty. Sometimes I heard my mother-in-law sneezing, coughing. I couldn't imagine what would happen if she really gets it from me. So from fear, I felt very guilty. 10 days passed. I started to join back the family as I was quite confident that I was safe. I started questioning that guy, where he got this from. Every time I asked him, he said he doesn't know. Well, I know COVID patients and the families must be going through a very tough time, but I also want to learn from others so that we won't make the same mistakes. If not, why do we have the MySejahtera app, and why do we have to scan everywhere we go, right? The more I wanted to know the answer, the more I couldn't get it. My emotion evolved again, from guilty to frustration. I can't help but being suspicious. Is there anything that can't be told? Is there anything being hidden? A lot of question marks. One day, I asked this guy for the very last time. You know what answer I got? Oh, it's okay, Chui Ling. It's not important anymore. I need to move on. I was like, what? You don't think it's important? I think it's very important. You see, from frustration, I think my emotion changed again from frustration and now to hatred. Because I really feel that I am very innocent in the sense that I didn't go out at all. I didn't go chitty Malaysia. I didn't attend any unnecessary events, functions, and I have been very careful. The more I feel that I'm innocent, the more I feel it's very unfair to me to go through all these. The mental and emotional stress are draining, very draining. In order to minimize the chance of me going through all these again, I am now starting to treat everybody as though everybody have COVID-19. Straight SOP, minimize human contact. Well, to end my story, finally, I confronted the guy, and we ended up having a major argument over Zoom. The people yell at each other because I have my manager and my driver. We have our team members slamming the computer, very drama. But in the end, I decided to let go. What's the point of hanging on to it? I'm all fine and safe now. Forget about it. I think I would rather put my energy, my time into better use. So this entire journey is from fear to guilt to frustration to hatred. But now I have already let go of everything. Today is day 18. See, I'm still counting. All right, yeah, this is my story, and it's a very true story. And this is the first time I share with everybody. And I have a very good friend, Chris, online. Chris witnessed the entire emotional journey that I've gone through. To be very honest, it's terrible, but I decided not to get angry at the person anymore. Yeah, and I'm okay now. Day 18, I should be safe, right? I hope so. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Chui Ling, for that sharing session. I'm sure there must be a lot of anxiety while you are handling that. I feel like listening to it also, I have anxiety thinking of you being
it was quite
contact.
bad.
Yeah. But I'm really glad that you're safe and free of COVID. So I think the summary of what you've told us is let it out and just move on. You know, just like the video, let it out and move on. Thank you so much again, Chui Ling, for that sharing session. Now we have Jen. Hi, Jen. I just saw you coming in. So hi. Thank you for being here with us. We would like to know, in your kind of lifestyle, since you're a content creator, I'm sure that, you know, every day you have to find a creative content to entertain people out there. So I would like to know, how do you manage your stress? How do you, especially during this time?
Thank you so much. Thanks, Sophia. And also, Chui Ling, thank you so much for sharing. I personally can 100% relate to you. My partner is also incredibly OCD. So thank you so much for sharing. I really enjoyed that session. I think for me particularly, those of you who don't know who I am, just very quickly, my name is Jen. I create silly videos online, and I play different characters. I got all the Auntie Siow, I got Michelle, you know, and I play a lot of crazy characters. And my work is my life. And I think when it comes to stress management strategies, I have learned it through like 5 years of this career that I've been in, creating creative content consistently for brands, for myself. And I gotta say that when we are, you know, going through stress management, right, it's an art. Okay, it's not like, oh, I learned the skills, step 1, step 2, step 3, and done, I got it. Because I think based on the circumstances, the problems that you go through, based on your age, like for me now, I have not much stamina. I can't deal with a lot of, can I curse? I cannot curse, right? I'm sorry. Bullshit, okay? I cannot deal with a lot of bullshit anymore. My patience has changed. My priorities changed as well. So that's why I'm really passionate about talking about stress, because it is like the number one most underrated killer in my opinion, because you don't realize it coming. Now, first off, I want to share with you guys, I'm sure some of you, because some of you I'm seeing, like, you guys, some of you are content creators as well. And some of you go through also a lot of stressful things in your life. And I think secretly, some of you also love stress like me. And anyone loves stress? Can you like put up your hand? Nobody loves stress? Is it just me? Alexis, all right, see your hand, girl. Okay, I see. Okay, so here's the thing. Why we love stress, like in short spurt, stress is like, in my opinion, it helps me with my creativity, like problem solving. Like at that moment, I'm like, all right, that's the problem. Okay, let's go. Just now my Zoom got problem. Okay, let's change the laptop. Let's change to the phone. Let's change to all of that. Like, it helps me with my problem solving. It helps me with very creative and quick thinking, and especially meeting deadlines. So I can see that those of you putting your hand, you probably can relate to what I'm saying. Stress is something that is good. And I think there is this word called eustress. It's that positive feeling of feeling stress. So it's an oxymoron right there, but it exists. All right, there's such a thing. But short term is good. It's so-called productive. But throughout the few years, I have experienced long-term prolonged stress that has affected me physically and also mentally. So I want to share with you guys the physical side first, things that I could actually see. So when MCO started last year, do you guys remember the original MCO 1.0, okay? That one, I remember, I didn't know how to deal with it. I had no tools, I had nothing. I didn't know how to at home, can I deal with it? I've got 3 cats and a John, my boyfriend. Can I deal with it? 24/7, just be with him in our small little, because we're not staying in landed property, I'm staying in a condo, and I can't swim, I can't go to the gym, I can't do anything. So it was a lot of stress, and physically it started to manifest, and I started to have rash all over my body. I don't know how to explain this feeling to you. Actually, yeah, it's like my whole chestal area was filled with scaly. I don't want to make. I know you guys are eating, so I don't want to make it very gross for you. But long story short, it's just rashes all over. And I went to the doctor. I was crying because, it's like you don't want to be stressed about it, but you see it happening, so it stresses you out even more, right? So that was what was going on during the first MCO. I went to the doctors. The doctors couldn't find what was the problem. They gave me some pill. They gave me cream and stuff. And slowly, I've learned to go and work out more. I realized I've learned that when I work out, I de-stress. So physically, I realized that I think a lot of you can also relate to this. When you work out, sometimes you blank your mind from all the stresses. John complained that I didn't wash the plate properly. I'm not thinking about all of that. I'm just thinking about that workout. So for me, that was one thing that I've learned. Interestingly, guys, when when MCO 2.0 was announced, I don't know what, my body started having the rashes symptoms again. So I don't know whether it's an MCO thing and I get rashes, because of stress, I cannot see, that kind of thing. But that was something that is happening right now. So the way I have dealt with it, I strategize it, is by working out and okay, lor, got rash, deal with it, lor, just accept it. It is part of my body, it's part of my immunity, and don't let that stress me out. So that is the physical side. Now I do want to touch on, I hope I have some time, and I hope I'm not talking too long, but Sophia, please yes, cut me off if I'm talking too much, okay? Because I can go on and on. Okay, so now I do want to share with you guys about prolonged stress, how it has affected me mentally. I'm incredibly passionate about this because it is a really, really scary experience for me. It's mental stress is very difficult to detect, particularly the effects of prolonged stress. And I realized that when it's difficult to detect, when it hits like a wave crashing down on you. So this was what happened to me. I remember this was last year, February. This was after Valentine's Day, after my birthday, and throughout that whole week, I was still editing videos, I was still working, I didn't celebrate my birthday, I was just non-stop stressed. This was literally what happened. I don't know if you guys have experienced panic attacks before, but this was my first time having a full-fledged panic attack. I remember I was in front of the computer, my whole team, they were just around the office. I was there editing, and halfway through editing, I could feel like my body is leaving my body. How to explain this? I feel like there's an outer body experience and I can't shut it out. It's screaming, but I can't say anything. And my heart was palpitating. I started having cold sweat. I want to cry, but I can't cry. My hand was shaking and I had trouble, proper difficulty breathing. That was scary. I've experienced depression before, but I've never experienced anxiety attack because they kind of go hand in hand sometimes. But when it comes to anxiety attack, that was actually very scary when, especially it's your first time, you feel like you're dying, there's something wrong with you. And so what happened was immediately I went and I got my phone and I messaged a therapist. This was in Hartamas. I messaged and I said, I don't care who is going to talk to me, but I feel like I'm going to have a mental breakdown and I need to talk to someone right now. And immediately I took a Grab and went straight to talk to the therapist. So if you guys have not been to a therapy experience before, the experience you're supposed to, you have like a consent form to sign, and then the therapist will walk you through the process of the possible risks, walk you through, get your consent first. No, I skipped all of that. I was like in a state of proper mental breakdown. I went straight there. The moment I saw the consent form, I started crying. What is your name? I started crying and I'm asking myself, who am I? The moment I saw the name, I was about to write Jen Chia. Wait a minute, that's not my real name. My name is Chia Yen Yi. Jen, am I living a lie? All these thoughts, like incredibly evil thoughts, started to like completely took over my mind. Yeah, that's the only way I can explain it. It took over my mind. All the little things, all the mistakes that I've done in my life. That is so weird. So anyway, skip ahead. I was in the therapy room. The moment I sat down, this lady, she was so nice. She was like, "Hi, would you like some water?" I sat down, I cried. I sat down, I started alleviating all that was on my shoulders. I started just screaming everything out and I was sobbing. At some point, I remember she wanted to say something, but I just kept on talking. So here I am trying to tell you, for 1 whole hour, she had to endure me crying, sobbing, screaming, cursing. And I remember she just, after a while, she realized she shouldn't intervene. She just sat down and write notes, right? So at the end of it, when I calmed down, right, when I have gone through, my hands stopped shaking for a bit because I felt like there was a release. At the end of the session, I calmed down and she said this one line that kind of changed everything, that kind of changed the way I manage stress for the rest of the period until today. And that line is, "It seems like you never talk to anyone about this and you never open up." I started to think about it. I was like, wait, it's so true. Everything that I shared with her, the kind of stresses that I have, I don't mind sharing with you guys. One of the biggest stress is owning a company with your partner. I love John to bits, but he's also my business partner. The most difficult thing I would say is when there's a dispute within the company. If let's just say, unhappy with his work ethics, for example, I bring it home. And when I bring it home, there's no one else I can complain to about this, but I complain it back to myself. I didn't want to, tell John about it. I deal with it internally. So a lot of all these things, I never verbalize it to John. I've never verbalized to my friends. And I realized that was one of the big things that it did something to me. It made me realize that it's important to voice out, to talk about it, because when you start talking about it or you start writing about it is when you start to rationalize your personal thought processes. And that is something that has kind of helped me from February last year until this year. And I realized that is something that has alleviated the way I deal with stress. So I think a support system when it comes to not just stress, but like depression, mental health, a support system is very important. And if you don't have a support system, it's important to invest in yourself, to go and speak to someone who is unbiased, who is a therapist, who is trained, who are going to ask you the important questions for you to actually have a realization like that I had. So just to kind of recap this whole thing, stress is a killer. Stress is a bitch. But also stress is very good because it keeps you going. You know what I mean? Like you feel like you're on a high. Stress gives you that feeling. But if you are not careful, if you're not aware, and you allow it to kind of ruminate throughout long periods of time, and you don't know how to practice self-love or self-care, it creates a problem that will explode in your face. And that's when, if you don't have anyone to talk to, it's a very dangerous point. So I wanted to share with you the way I have dealt with stress and the way stress has affected me physically and more importantly, mentally as well. Because I think whoever is watching this right now, you're in the social media realm, you're in the content creation realm, you have to create content. And right now, MCO, you can't go out, you can't shoot, you can't do anything but put makeup and look into a Zoom camera. I hope that my wish is that whatever I say is of relevance. And if it is, I hope that you have someone to talk to, like a close friend that you can confide by. So yeah, that is my kind of overall way of stress management, my strategies on dealing with stress.
Thank you, Jen, for that sharing session. I never look at it that way, stress could actually give you ideas. That's another way to look at it, actually. So thank you so much for that sharing session, for your time. Really, really thank you. So now that we've heard from Jen and Chui Ling, we want to hear more from the rest of you if you have any stress management story. But before that, we would like to invite the expert himself, Dr. Chin Han Lim, from our psychiatrist from Hospital Kuala Lumpur. First of all, doctor, thank you so much for being here. I know that you have a busy schedule, but still putting your slot here to be here with us. So we would like to know from you, how should we manage stress actually?
Okay. Thank you, Sophia, and also thank you, Chui Ling and Jane for the sharings. It's very difficult for you. It's not easy for you to go through all these things. So, for example, Chui Ling need to go through all these things. Being a mother for two, and also at the same time need to work from home. These are totally two full-time job. So it's totally not easy. So that's why it's very important to have the good support systems. So when we are in stress, we got someone to talk to. We got a friends, family member. You can talk to your spouse. So when we can ventilate our problems, so the problem will have been reduced by half already by that times if you can got someone to talk to. But unfortunately, it is not the support system is not always available. Our friends and family may not be ready for us 24 hours, right? So that's why it's very important to have some self-help techniques. So because sometimes we may need to face the problems alone, face the problem ourselves. So I am going to introduce you some self-help techniques. This is called abdominal breathings. You can do it anyway, anytime. So without further ado, we can do it together. Okay? So show me your palm. Okay? So put your palm on your belly. Okay, I know ladies do not have belly, right? So imagine, put your palm on your belly. Okay, try to take a breath in and your belly will rise. Breath out, your belly will go in. Okay, very good. Okay, let's do it together again with me. Okay, put your palm on your belly. Okay, take a breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Very good. You have done very well. So this is basically how to do the abdominal breathings. So why? How these abdominal breathings help you to reduce your stress? When you don't want to ventilate, I think this is a good way for you to de-stress yourself. So how do these abdominal breathings help you? So because when we are stressed, when we are in distress, so we will have a lot of psychological as well as physical symptoms of stress. So these are the psychological symptoms. So being sad, anxious, frightened, everyone know about that. But however, sometimes some people may have just being irritable easily. So they are different from previously. So they become more irritable easily, get angry easily, become tense easily, impatience, poor memory, easily agitated. These are the psychological symptoms. Some people, they may not recognize all these things, or maybe they are in denial. They will have physical symptoms. So for example, easily fatigued, easily tired, body ache, abdominal symptoms. For example, reflux, So constipation, mouth ulcer, cannot sleep well, they probably just got all the physical symptoms that listed here, but they don't recognize about the, they may not have the psychological symptom that I mentioned just now. So it's very important that you need to recognize the symptoms of stress. So when we are stressed, some people, they may have a panic attacks when they are in an intense stress, like what Jen shared with us just now, the panic attack. So panic attacks is like you're having a hand shaking, dizzy, and heart pounding fast, irregular breathing, etc. So these abdominal breathings, so it helps us to regulate our breathings. So regulate our breathing to make it from, it become more regular and make it more, and subsequently make us calmer. Okay, this is a scientifically proven way to help us to de-stress. And also just now, both of the Chui Ling and also Jane will tell us that they feel stressed because a lot of tasks, undone tasks in their hand, so they need to finish it. So a lot of my patients also complain that also they say they got a lot of things to be done now, but they don't know how to do. They lost their mind already because they are in distress. They cannot think rationally. So my advice would be, probably they can, we can do a list of tasks to be done. Okay, we list them down. For example, let's say we got to send the document to the husbands. We need to send the children to tuitions. We need to go to the market. We need to go to the bank. A lot of things. Just list them down. Then prioritize. See which one is more important. Then we do it first. Let's say your husband needs the document for meeting before 10. Then send to husband first. Then we need to go to the bank because bank close at 2. We do it first. So by the end of the day, the important tasks have already been completed. Then you will feel less stress. And the leftover undone job will be less urgent. You can do with your family member, your spouse, with other people, or wait until tomorrow. No hurry, right? So this is the another way for us to de-stress ourselves. And some people, different people, they cope stress differently. So they got different way of coping. Some people, like a lot of patients say to me, they like to, when they are stressed, they like to eat. They like to eat a lot of food. Or some people, they cope it more in a more healthy way. They like to, like Jane say, she like to go for gym, do some exercise. This is very good. And some may go for jungle trekkings, playing badminton, etc. Some people, they cope with the stress less effectively, in a maladaptively. For example, taking substance, alcohol, and etc. This is not that healthy because yes, temporarily it happens to reduce our stress, to reduce, for us to forget about the things that we that trouble us so much. But however, in the long term, it doesn't work. So many of my patients, especially lady, they got the problem of overeating as a result of this. They cope with the stress by eating. So probably, I would suggest. I'm not sure whether all of you heard of this mindfulness. So mindful eating is one of the way for us to cope with stress. So when we are stressed, our mind scatter around. So we will, a lot of things. We worry that the things will happen in the future. Okay, in the next minute, what's going to happen in the next 1 hour, 2 hours? 1 month later, 1 year later, maybe sometime 10 years later, we worry about the things that are going to happen. And sometimes also we think about the things that happened just now, 1 hour ago, 1 week ago, 1 month ago, maybe 10 years ago. Some things that happened so long ago. We will feel so depressed and sad. So, and also there are a lot of things. Okay, not to say not a lot of things that we cannot change. We cannot change things that happen. We cannot change it. Things that are going to happen, we can't do much on them also, right? So You see, our mind scattered around. So where should we rest our mind? In the past or in the future? Stay in the past, we will become so depressed. We will rest our mind in the future. Then what happens? We feel so anxious. Okay, so where should we rest our mind? We should rest our mind in the present time. So this is the, if you want to really to feel calm, okay, then properly you need to practice mindfulness. So mindful eating is one of the many ways for you to feel calm. Okay, how to do it? Okay, I have talked so much. Let's do it together. Okay, imagine this is a cup of food. Okay, probably I use this one. Okay, this is a bowl of food in front of you. Okay, so stay in the presence. So look at the food, this bowl of food. So we are so curious. I want to see, wow, what are the things, what are the ingredients on the bowl? Okay, so got mushroom, got vegetable, got a soup. Wow, how about the aroma? The smell, is it good? Nice? Okay, then we take a cup of it, then put in our mouth. So we feel about the textures. Is it hard, soft? The temperature, is it too cold, warm, or just nice? Then how about the taste? Bitter, sour, sweet, or how? Then we feel the sensation at our throat when we swallow it, and through our esophagus go to our stomachs, the feeling. And sometimes we may also we can also feel the temperature of the food in our stomachs. So this is a whole process, whole eating process that we need to experience. While we are eating, there will be a lot of things come to our mind. We can't stop thinking. There will be a lot of thought, a lot of memory, a lot of worry, a lot of emotions, be it good or bad, happy or sad. It will still come into our mind. We can't stop it. So even a very great meditator cannot stop that thing. They cannot stop their mind from thinking, making thinking things. If you don't believe it, so let's spend next 10 minutes. Okay, you tell your mind to stop thinking, not to think anything, pick it blank. Can you do that? If you can do that, you can claim 100K for me. I'm serious. Okay? So, no, it's very difficult. So that's why you need to stay in the present is the better way for you to feel calmer. Okay, besides eating, there are many ways of for you to practice mindfulness. Properly, you can mindful walking. We just focus. Just focus on the sensations of our palm of our foot on the floor. Every step, we experience the feeling, the sensations of our foot on the floor. Okay, when the bad things, anything, be it good or bad, happy or sad, come in, the memory of pictures or any emotions, okay, let it be. Okay, we acknowledge that, yes, it's come, it come, okay, we put aside. Then we focus, bring our mind back to the sensations. So if in this slide, can you see the slide? Okay, in this slide, it's explained how mindfulness change our brains. So this is actually a scientifically proven way to help us to live a happy life, to live a peaceful life. So there are a group of researchers, the Harvard-affiliated researchers in US. They have done a study. They do an MRI scan the brain of this group of the participants of this study. So they are doing mindfulness-based stress reduction programs. So they do an MRI scan 2 weeks before the programs, and also 8 weeks. 8 weeks when the program ends. So they detect some difference in our brains after doing this mindfulness for some times. So I'm not sure whether you guys, this is actually a pictures a diagrams of our brains. I'm not sure whether you can see it. So the things that I want to emphasize is that the amygdala, prefrontal cortex, and also hippocampus. So these are the things that you may experience changes after a course of mindfulness. So amygdala is a structures in our brains that to regulate our emotions. So prepare us for fight and flight response. And the prefrontal cortex is a smart one, so it helps us to make correct decisions with the inputs from various parts of our brains. Okay, with the thicker prefrontal cortex, we will be able to make a better choice in our life. So hippocampus, whereas hippocampus is a structures in our brains that store the long-term memory and also to regulate our emotions. So this study, this MRI, showed that after the course of mindfulness, the amygdala, okay, which usually associated with the less good memory, less good emotions, the brain matter will reduce. Okay, whereas the hippocampus, okay, usually associated with the memory, the attentions, the brain matter increase. And so as the prefrontal cortex. So what does it mean? It means that we are able to regulate our emotion better. Okay, we can think, we can make a better choice in our life, and also we have a better memory, and most importantly, we have better attentions. So these are the advantages, the positive change, structural changes. If one practice mindfulness regularly, persistently. So in summary, different people, they cope things differently. So first of all, I think you need to know the symptoms of stress. You need to know that you are actually in stress. And secondly, you don't deny that you are stressed. Everyone can experience stress. It's very normal. Okay, don't stigmatize. Go and seek help if you think you need it. And if all these things cannot be solved instantly, okay, you need to do some. You need to know some self-help technique to help yourself first. And if long time, I would recommend you to do some, mindfulness. It really help you in long term. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Chin, for that sharing. So now we have an open session where we want to know more from everybody here. I'm sure we can know a lot of interesting stories and how do you guys manage stress. I see there's Farah, and I know that you are doing your trainings now in Bukit Jalil. How do you cope with training in Bukit Jalil and also doing this MCO and being away from your family? Yeah, I'm sure that you are. So do tell us, how do you manage your stress?
First of all, hi everyone. So how I manage my stress? Yes, I am currently in Bukit Jalil. I've been here since January, so we aren't allowed out at all. And so how I manage is, I actually felt a little bit of stress in the beginning, and how I coped with it was I had a lot of talks with my sister. So she's a person who I can, let my emotions out. I had a few good cries because I think it's very important to let out your emotions. And then I started just focusing on my training sessions and my goals. And because it's hopefully the Olympics will go on this year, and that's my main target. So I focus my energy on my training sessions in order to get my mind and body ready. And if I ever feel overwhelmed, I always just pick up my phone and call my friends or family. And I actually do yoga as well, or I just read, because I find that those methods. Oh, I've also started journaling as well. So in the morning I wake up, I take 10 minutes to just write out anything or everything, or just like sometimes very simple things like what I want to eat in the day and how I felt, or just random things that come to my head. And I find that is really helpful because I get to get all the negative emotions out, and it helps me during training, because sometimes if I'm stressed with training, then I cannot perform well because I get very frustrated, and that can actually lead to, it's very dangerous for me, especially because I can actually hurt myself. So I find that these methods really help me, especially now with the cases rising every day.
Yeah. Hope you're staying safe and good luck. I hope the Olympics, if everything's well, the Olympics can go on. We can root for you. Good luck in the Olympics in advance. So we would like to know more from anyone. Anyone here would like to share their stress tips? Atisha, maybe? Aisha or Sazi? Yeah? Okay, we'll let Aisha first to tell us. Aisha is a radio announcer for Mix FM. She's also a host and a mom of 2 beautiful daughters. So we would like to know more. Do tell us, how do you manage and cope with stress, Aisha?
Okay, so that's like a lot of things. I constantly feel like I have a lot of things on my plate. So 2 years ago, what happened was I was feeling a bit overwhelmed with work. So I felt like, so it's like a brain drain. So every single day we are constantly, when we're on air, so it's like delivering the content that we've created. As soon as we're done with that at 10 o'clock, immediately we go into prep. And then we're like creating stuff. We're coming up with, I don't know, scripts, ideas. It's constantly writing. So when I get home around 1 o'clock, I'm like exhausted, like mentally tired out. And then I get home and then there are the kids to handle. And then there's other work. And then there's the house. So there was a time that I was feeling like really overwhelmed. I remember sitting down with my husband one night and then absolutely bawling my eyes out and telling him, look, Sam, I feel like I'm not winning. I feel like, I've lost interest in work because I've been doing radio for about six years, and actually guys waking up at 4:30 every morning, going to like a high energy environment every single day, Monday to Friday, after 6 years can be very, very draining. So I sat down with him, I was crying, and I said, I really feel like I'm not winning and I'm stressed. And I was really snapping at the kids, and I would just marah them when all they wanted was my attention. And that guilt on top of that was really, really bad. So I decided that that's it. You know what? I'm going to go see a psychiatrist. So I actually did. I went to see this amazing lady, and one of the tips that she taught me, and I still try to use it till today, although there are times that I do forget, but I've been talking about it, I've been sharing it with some friends, and it's like reframing things. So all these things that we think are stress-inducing in our lives, like, oh, I have to wake up early, and then I have to go to this place, and it's high energy, and we have to laugh and make jokes even though I'm not in the mood. And then she said, why don't you try and reframe that to you actually get to work and you get to do fun things, like you get to go to, water park because, I don't know, whatever campaign that we were working on requires that. And then actually, I was like, oh, yeah, actually, I get to work closely with 2 really good friends of mine. So there was that little shift. So when that happened, it was a lot more lighter on me. And even with parenting and with the kids. And so instead of thinking that, oh my God, they're always like, mommy, handle this for me. Mommy, play with me. Reframe that to that they are actually, they actually love me and they want to spend time with me. So reframing really, really helps. And like what Dr. Chin said, actually just writing down a list the day before about the things that really need to be done helps with, feeling overwhelmed too. So yeah, those are the 2 things that I'm still trying to do until today.
Yay, thank you so much for that sharing session, because my daughter personally likes to do that too. And sometimes I feel like, oh, so overwhelmed. But now I can look at it like, oh, she needs me. So thank you so much for that. Atisha, I know that you are studying, now you're doing online learning, right? And then you're also a YouTuber. You also has your own business. So how do you do all these things and manage it, especially during this MCO?
I've been asked this a few times already, and I feel like every single time I give the same answer, which is that I'm still learning how to adjust to all this. I know it's been a year, but even my uni is still a mess. So I don't know. I'm on my final term which starts on Monday, and it's still a lot to take in, especially because I feel like I've already had a taste of like what it's like to be working, and I enjoy that a bit more than what I'm studying right now. But I know I have to finish, blah, blah, blah. So it's difficult to keep myself motivated and like know my priorities, that my priorities right now is not working. It's to finish my degree off strong. And I've come this far. So yeah, it's taking time, but a lot of it comes from planning, because I like to plan out my weeks, my days in a lot of detail. So then I know exactly like what I'm up for, like for the day. And actually, I have booked in my first therapy session because it's been a very difficult start to the year. And yeah, actually it's like I've canceled so many times. I've canceled so many times. Like all my sessions I booked in like maybe 4 times. Yeah, 4 times. And I just told them just like it's okay, just like prioritize other ones who are registered and other patients who are registered. And I think I need to know when to reach out for help. And I think now is like I need it. I need a bit more support than what I'm getting right now. And yeah, so I've already booked in my first ever session, and hopefully that goes well.
Good luck with that. So next, I think we want to hear from Curtis Fu. He's a YouTuber. He also have a little sharing he wants to share with us. Hi, Curtis.
Hi there. Hi, everyone.
Do share with us.
Sure. My name is Curtis. This is my fiance, Jamie. We do make a lot of content, and we originally started with a lot of travel content. So our life was always traveling to different places and then just recording and sharing with everybody. But since this entire MCO started, our life kind of since we met has completely turned upside down. Just from every day being outside to stuck inside. For me, I'm actually a very home person when I'm not traveling, so I don't mind it. It was more like the couple sense. Okay, so my fiance is like used to, okay, today we're gonna eat at this restaurant, tomorrow we're gonna go there, and then it's always on this high of always super happy, and everything's always so fresh and so new. And then all of a sudden, okay, now what do you want to order for food, or what do you like the menu is always the same, or what do you want to cook? And then there's like not much of a difference, so everything is like the same. And then she gets kind of like bored or like kind of stressed out from that, and then her being stressed is what makes me stressed. It's not really like all the things I have to deal with. It's just like, you know, I care about my other half. So that type of stuff gets me stressed. And on top of that, of course, we have to come up with an entire different type of content because we can't go outside. And so the way that I learned to deal, because I've had a lot of stress like on the way, so I picked up a lot of skills. But the way that I dealt with this was to really not try to change her or not try to like make sure she's happy 24/7, because it's normal to have ups and downs. So instead of like for me, because I'm not sure what she does, for me, what I do is I focus on my happiness first. So like, okay, so instead of trying to make sure Jamie 24/7 is always happy, because that's how it was when we were traveling, let me do something to lift up my mood so that when I'm happy, like I naturally can influence her to be in a better mood. Because I think instead of trying to control everything, just take care of what you can do. So things that I do to make myself happier or de-stress or to like lift up my mood is a couple things. So first, I realized I usually overthink. That's what causes me to stress in the first place. Like I can't handle all the things that I need to do. I need to do blah, 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 blah. Okay. I don't know how long this MCO is going to take. I don't know if I'm going to get kicked out of Malaysia because I'm not Malaysian. I don't know all these things that's going on. And so I tend to go towards things that take my mind off of this. So like what Dr. Chin had mentioned and what Jenna mentioned with the working out and then the mindfulness, anything that really gets my mind to stop thinking. So I like to take cold showers, like as cold as possible. Like sometimes this water isn't cold enough, but like I like to kind of like shock my body. And then it's like, okay, all those thoughts that I was worrying about tomorrow, later, blah, 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 it's all gone because I'm just like cold. And then like, okay, I'm in the present. And so it's really good. So like things that do that to shock me or get into movement. So working out is really good for me, or just cleaning the dishes. So that's something that's always have to do, or clean the house, like, because these are things that need to be done anyway. So I'll just actually go do them, because while I'm doing it, I think when you're physically doing something, it's hard to think at the same time. So I'm like, okay, I need to like vacuum that area. I need to scrub this area. And just while I'm getting my mind off of it, I'm actually accomplishing something. So like, I feel accomplished, and then the stress kind of goes away. And of course, with what Dr. Chen said, making a list, like when I know what actually needs to be done versus what I think all the stuff that needs to be done, it's a lot more helpful. Then I know what I'm dealing with. And then, yeah, once my mood is better, I think I naturally brighten her mood. So you want to share something with you?
No.
Okay. So, I mean, I guess that works for us.
Thank you. We got a message here from Dr. Chin. Dr. Chin said, Curtis, be mindful.
Okay. All right.
He was on the chat. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing that. I wish I could hear more from everyone, but the timing is, they're really, the timing's really jealous. So I think that we can move on to product sharing session. So on the PR box that we send you, we've sent you 3 products, Happy Pro, Happy Me and B, and Improgen. So those products are without sugar, vegan, it's healthy, and all the product is safe. It's also, I hope that you guys could try it and enjoy it. But some that we invite today have tried our product personally. So we want to know an honest testimonial from all of you, what we can improve, what do you like about it, how long did you guys try and you feel a difference. Fiona, I heard that you've also tried our product. How do you feel about it?
Hi Sophia, hi everyone. I've actually tried the O Active Veggie Caps, just in case if you guys tak pernah tengok, this is it. Okay. But let me introduce myself. My name is Fiona, and I'm a TV host for a talk show and also a home shopping host. And to be really honest, today's topic is really very, very close to me. One thing is regarding to the stress and also COVID-19. Me, myself, I have actually personally been in quarantine for 3 to 4 times, because I've been in close contact of positive confirmed patients for like 3 to 4 times. Because working in the industry, we tend to, sometimes you get to need to be really close with the crews and etc. etc. So this one really, really prominent example happened like a few weeks before, where that was one of the most bahaya punya close contact, because the person that I was in close contact with is a cameraman, and you know how cameraman can be close to a host. And the moment that me and my producer know that we are in contact with that person, kita berdua terus macam, oh no, we have to like get out of the house because I have a baby at home, so we don't want anything to happen. So immediately we went to the hospital to take swabs and everything. And we went to another house to actually quarantine ourselves. And during the entire quarantine session, I actually feel unwell. I feel, but thank God I'm not positive. It's just that I feel weak, and I feel like I am a bit like sort of like heaty, kan, dia macam penat, sakit-sakit badan, sengal-sengal macam tu. So deep down inside my heart, I was like, oh no, dude, am I having the COVID-19 inside me, but it's not really showing. I mean, like in the test that I actually went to, it's not really showing that obvious, because as I know, a lot of people, they lost the sense of smell, the taste and everything. Then memang confirm kau you memang like kena COVID-19. But like to me, it wasn't that obvious, but it's a bit disturbing, because you don't know. It's like, oh, kena ke tak kena, sebab dia tak obvious. And I started to like worry, because I didn't actually bring my supplement because I terlupa. Because that time it was like so chaotic. I gonna macam cabut dari rumah, like get out of the house as soon as possible. And the entire quarantine session was like really stressful because we were waiting for our result, and every day we were hoping that it is negative, not positive, of course. And until the night that kita dapat kita punya result, my hands were like shaking and I am like sweating to actually wait for the medical officers to tell us the result. And then boom, lucky dia cakap, Puan, you punya result is negative lah. And then after that, okay, I asked her, do I need to still quarantine myself? But macam sebab I still have a bit of symptom like sakit badan, I don't feel so good and etc. etc. And then after that, that medical officer cakap, no, it's okay, you boleh balik. And then dia kata, you tak payah lagi buat your second swab, etc. etc. So okay, but to be safe, we went to the KK to actually ask the medical officer from the government, because government and also the swasta, private hospital, they have different policies. So we went there and asked them to get a double confirmation, everything. They said, no, it's okay, you can actually go back. I still feel unwell though that time. So even though I was released back to my house, I actually, the moment I sampai je, I quickly took the supplement, which is the O-Active Veggie Caps. Of course, one day you can see the result. A few days after that, my symptoms were gone. I feel way more energetic and I rasa macam, oh my goodness, thank God. Why? And I blame myself why I didn't bring my supplement along, because perhaps I was like too stressed out, and being a Chinese, it's easy to feel heaty, etc. Especially now, Chinese New Year is coming. So I think this particular supplements has really helped me in terms of making me feel more energetic and healthier to actually deal with all the stress and work that I have to deal with in life. Yeah. Too long,
Thank
is
you.
it?
Oh. No, actually, good sharing session. Thank you so much for that. Yes, Happy O-Active is actually to boost your energy, and it's also anti-aging. So I think if you are, if you're working 24/7, I think O-Active is good to keep your energy up. So there's one question here from Wiwin. She asked if is it safe for breastfeeding? So yes, for Happy Me and B and Happy Pro, it's very safe for breastfeeding. Happy Me and B is actually Happy Me is ideal thing for breastfeeding mom, because it's also helped to reduce the baby's allergy up to their teenage years. And Happy Pro is mostly for your digestions, and it helps strengthen immunity and also promote healthy digestion for Happy Pro. As for Improgen, it is to give you a better quality of sleep, but Improgen we advise to consult with your doctor with your doctor. But it really helps to, if you have trouble sleeping or anything like that, Improgen is good for that. So thank you so much for the product sharing session. If you guys have any questions in regards to the product, do let us know. Okay, Amy wants to say something.
Yeah, sorry. May I add on a bit? About the products that it's not to promote the product today, but I think for all the supplements, there's no one supplement, one for all, so really, it'd be best, if you have to identify what are your needs, what a condition you have, then we matches whether this is the nutrients, the ingredients that are suitable for you. And for the product that we develop, a lot of them are formulated with clinically tested ingredients, meaning that they've gone through studies, human studies, animal studies, to find out the benefits that we could potentially have. So I would advise, anytime when you are choosing a supplement, always look at your needs first. I still remembered why we developed O-Active as the first product in SpringHealth. That's because when I was in a community pharmacy as 24 years and I experienced in a pharmacy, my patient or customer would often ask, Amy, if I can only afford one product, to improve my overall health, what should it be? Then I will look at their age. And usually in the pharmacy, our customer age are usually 35, 40 above. I would say at this stage, usually the body would be very depleted of coenzyme Q10. And it actually deteriorates according to age. But this single ingredient is very important for all the cells and all the organs to function, because it's the power. It helps to generate power energy, and 95% of our overall body energy is generated via the action of this little enzyme. So that's how we actually developed this product. Sorry, a bit lengthy. So what I'm trying to say is, it's really a matter of, looking at your needs, what you're deficient of, and then matching the product with you. Okay. And I believe we have one of our guests, she shared with me. She actually tagged me, on the supply of the product. So I believe, I also invited her to share with us today on her genuine and very honest user experience of Improgen. Okay. And I think I'd like to invite Chris. And Chris is from 28 Day Academy.
Thank you, Emmy. Yeah, I actually call you up to ask you for more supply, okay? Because actually I am principal of 28 Day Academy, and I'm also a single mom with 2 kids, you see. So you can imagine the stress level that I had, especially last year after November, because kids' school have end officially, you see, and then it's kids' school holiday, which is officially no online class in the house, cannot occupy them every day, I think my anxiety attack come back, you see. So I call out Emmy, can I have more supply? Because I find that, when I take it, Emmy advised me to take it like about 3 to 4 o'clock, so that my body have time to settle down, you see. So I took it regularly, and I find that my body actually relaxed down, especially during dinner time, because you see, you need to cook, you need to entertain them, you have to ask them whether you showers, all those things that you happen in the video that they shared just now, it happened to me, you see. But I still do back the same thing, but because I took the Improgens, I find that my tone and manner toned down, because my body overall is relaxed. And the best thing is, at night, I sleep well. I sleep very early. I basically feel very tired when it comes to 10 o'clock. And I sleep throughout the whole night. You see, I think that's helped me, is because I need a lot of energy the next morning to start all over the whole process again. But because I can sleep well, so I manage through. And I'm still taking, seriously. And I've been telling my friend that, this is a very good supplement that you actually can consider, because being a single mom, being a mom, okay, being a woman, okay, being everybody during this pandemic is not easy. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you for that. Okay, so since it's 3:30 already, so we would like to have some fun now. We would like to play a little game. So inside your PR box, we have given you 3 cards, right? So there's Vitality, Joy, and Peace. So let's play a little game as a token of appreciation for participating and spending your time here with us today, which we again truly appreciate it. So just show us to the camera which of the 3 that you're looking forward for this year, either Vitality or Peace or Joy, one of each, and just put it up on the camera, on your Zoom camera. And Amy is going to pop the balloons behind her, each of them written Vitality, Joy, and Peace, and inside there'll be prizes to win. Okay? So we'll take a photo, yeah? We'll take a photo, so just hold on for a second. We'll wait for everybody to be ready and just put it up on the camera, and we'll take a nice photo.
Yeah.
Okay, one more time, yeah? 1, 2, 3. Great. Okay, so Amy, we will need you to pop to see what's the gift inside that each and everyone got. So let's pop the balloon.
Okay.
Peace, yeah? So, let's pop Peace.
We'll pop this balloon.
1, 2, 3.
Balloon is stronger today. And congratulations, you just won yourself Improgen.
Yeah, congratulations. You've just won 6 boxes of Improgen worth of 870 ringgit. So a little information about Improgen. It helps with a healthy mood, better sleep, and more focused. And okay, let's pop the next one. The Vitality, I think. Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Congratulations, and for vitality, that's O active.
Yay! So, congratulations, you've just won $6 of O Active worth 810 ringgit. So just a little introduction for O Active is it's to promote, to give you energy for your whole body, and it's also anti-aging. Congratulations. Next is Joy. Yay!
And congratulations for Joy, that's Happy Me.
So Happy Me and Be is especially designed for moms, babies, and people with allergies. Even if you're not a mom or a baby or have allergies, Happy Me and Be can help to give you a better digestion and healthy immune system. So it's great now, especially during COVID. So you've won 6 boxes of Happy Me and Be worth 528 ringgit. So congratulations, everyone that has won. Everybody actually got joy, vitality, and also peace. So thank you again so much, everyone, for your time to be here with us today. So before we say goodbye, I would like to say that if you guys want to know information before taking the supplement, it's on our social media, SpringHealth Official, also Facebook, so SpringHealth Official, and our website is www.springhealthofficial.com for you guys to read more about the product and also consult with your doctors or pharmacists. Or if you want to know more, you can always read after. We can always ask Amy or me personally, or DM us on our social media. So let's take a group photo just to remember this day. Thank you again so much, everyone, for your time. I hope you enjoy your tea party. And yeah, stay safe. And I hope that this MCO and the numbers will go down very soon. So everybody can go to do their whole.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Sazzy. Thank you for your time.
I'm excited to try all of them.
Wirin, Apple Tan, thank you. Wize, Kampung Boy Stickle, TV. So Umi, thank you very much. So let's take a photo, yeah? I'll count 1 to 3 and get ready. 1, 2, 3. Yay! Thank you, guys.
I would. Sorry, and I also take this opportunity to thank everyone for your attendance today. It's your precious Saturday, I understand. And if you do have any questions and you want to find out more about the product that you received, and I never believed in taking the product alone without understanding how it works, it will actually benefit you. So do contact us. You could contact us directly if you wish. I am actually, you can contact me via Sophia, or Sophia, you can provide my personal number to our guest today, because I would very much love to, because the product may be suitable for you or may not be suitable for you. There will be selected product that's more suitable. So please try one product at once and not to take 3 altogether. Okay. And one very important message for today is not to forget that we hope to create more awareness on mental health, because that's what I'm very passionate about, and that's how I get to know Dr. Chin as well. We work together actually through a mental health awareness marathon. So I think it's, Dr. Chin also very excited that today we have a lot of, we have a lot of people, from influencers, from the media, from social media, that you have the best. You are the best person to spread this awareness, because I think comparing to Dr. Chin and to you, I think the content you create would be easier to understand than what Dr. Chin just shared. Sorry, Dr. Chin.
So, through your influence, we hope that mental health awareness also could be, spread out there. I know a lot of people are struggling, and some of them probably have mental health, but they don't know that they're, suffering from it. Yes. So thank you again so much, guys, for your time. I really do. Each and every one of you. I know you guys are very busy with everything that you're doing in your life. So thank you, guys. So if you guys have any questions, you guys can ask Amy.
Yeah.
So if you guys do not have any questions, then we can say bye-bye now. And I hope to see you guys again soon. Maybe physically now.
Bye, everyone. Thanks.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you very much. Thank you.